Welcome. In front of me is a Redmi 17, and today I'll show you how you can record screen on this phone. So to get started, we're going to swipe down from the top of our screen and then swipe down again to extend the list of visible toggles. Now we have several pages, and on one of the pages we should hopefully see our screen recorder. So let me just adjust the brightness. There we go. So let's see how long it takes me to find it. Okay, that's interesting. Anyway, if we don't see it, I would hope we can add it by clicking right here on Edit. And let's look for it anywhere below here. There we go. It's literally the last one. So from here we can hold it, and you can see we can now drag it above, not here, even further up. Stop going, there we go. So to drop it into this wider section, this is where our toggles are, the ones that we have seen here. And click on Done, and there it is. So once you have it in this list, first time around we can hold it. This will quickly take us to the settings where we will be able to change the resolution. If it's set to the 720p, that's good. Keep it at this one. If it's not, change it to it. Unfortunately, there's no 1080p right here, but I don't think this device even has this kind of resolution. And next we have video quality, which is set to 6 megabits. Honestly, I'm going to change it to 8. I don't think it will make much of a difference, but just in case. This defines the quality of the actual video when it's playing back, specifically how it looks like and how sharp it is in motion. So the lower you set this, the less sharp it will look like in motion. And you will typically see this when zooming in on, say, if you have a wallpaper, so area like right here where the wallpaper has the dark background and the green color, right? When you're moving it, or if it was moving, what will happen is this area right here would start to fuse with one another, where it has like areas of black encroaching on the green one, where the phone just didn't have enough time to figure out what the hell is what and clean it up. So this is what bitrate would usually do. And increasing that bitrate would solve that problem. Now, other than that, we had orientation set to auto, sound set to system. You can change it to mic or both, or none at all. If you're planning to use both, I would recommend using some headphones or turning down the volume, as what could potentially happen is the microphone might pick up the system sound, which would already have been recorded internally, for the second time, which would create an unwanted echo effect. And frame rate, I would set it to 60. This is going to be the sweet spot for most use case scenarios. So it is high enough to be smooth, but low enough to not have like problems or have wasted bandwidth. As the frame rate basically defines how many frames per second will be recorded of your footage in motion, or also not in motion, but just generally how many frames per second there is. In this case, we have 60 of those frames. But those frames are sharing video quality at 8 megabits. So if I were to set it to 90, that would still be recording now 30% more frames, but we would still have the same bit rate. So that bit rate would be now spread out over a higher amount of frames, reducing the quality of each frame further. And when uploading it to places which don't use 90, like any social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or anything else, it would cut away 30% of those frames back to 60. So essentially, you would then be cutting out 30% of the bitrate, as that bitrate was sacrificed for those frames, but now you're removing those frames which already were recorded. So in this case, it's better for quality to set it to 60. In any case, we're going to close this now, find the toggle, and this time around, just simply tap on it. This will bring up an overlay, and the thing to allow to send you notifications for some reason, which I presume if we select don't allow, it won't allow us to record. So here's our little window. So we're going to click right here on this red circle, and we're now recording. So for the most part, whatever you will open will be recorded, but there is a little bit of a caveat to this, because if I open up something like, for instance, this abominable garbage, oh, know your place, trash. You can see we have a login page right here, which most certainly won't be visible in a recording. Anyway, once we're done recording, interact with the overlay that is now barely visible, and then click on the red square. This will save it. And we can quickly access all our screen recordings by clicking on this folder that is right here. But we can also do so by, I'm going to close this, by going into our gallery application and finding in a gallery under albums, album called videos, and also album called screenshots and screen recordings, and then switching to screen recordings specifically. And here it is. So, talking about something that you will see in a second, there is a feature on Android, I believe it's called the drawing over other apps. The name doesn't really matter, the feature does. So what it does is this. There is no content visible, and never will be, as long as this application is open. If an application chooses to disable this feature, you won't be able to record said application. This feature is designed for privacy and security of the user, and it's most commonly used by bank applications. They do it to protect your funds in case you would have a malware on your device that would try to see, by recording or screen capturing, your pins or passwords that you're inserting to access that bank. That is good for you, because obviously it prevents you from being hacked. And banks also give you options to still get what you would want to capture in there usually, which probably is a confirmation of a payment, through other means. What doesn't give you options to capture it through other means using the application is something like Spotify. Or, for instance, can I just like... Oh, there we go. Or, for instance, things like... Oh, there's no Netflix. Okay. Basically, Spotify's Netflix, most of streaming platforms that do movies and shows, and Netflix being, or sorry, and Spotify being the only caveat here that doesn't really fall under that category, but still does it. So yeah, I genuinely despise this, because it prevents you from doing something that you should be able to do, and they're preventing you in case of you trying to pirate their content. For pirating, you can just use Streamio and add a Torrentio plugin, and voila, you're doing it now much better and efficiently, instead of this stupid thing. Now, if you're trying to record a screen so you can share, I don't know, a clip of music with your friends or something like that through Spotify, you know, I just use YouTube. YouTube allows you to do this, and it probably has the same music anyways. So screw you, Netflix, know your place, you goddamn trash. And for shows and movies from like Netflix or other streaming platforms, you can use that, what I said, Streamio, or you can just use your browser. Browser wouldn't require you to download any application. And I do want to first start off by saying, in terms of piracy, non-piracy, if you own a subscription to, let's use Netflix as an example right here, to Netflix, and you go view this content here, you should be fine. Capture it under 30 seconds video recording for sharing purposes will be fine. Above that, would be considered as piracy, or if you share it, obviously. So if you send it to someone over 30 seconds, that is copyrighted content that you're sharing. And typically, 35 seconds, you send it to your friend or something like that, no one will give a shit. But if you, for instance, upload it to YouTube, that 35 seconds, and now that will be copyright claimed because you used more than 30 seconds of copyrighted footage, which fair use only covers, I believe, 30 seconds. So, the copyright holder comes in and takes all the revenue from the video, even though video might be 30 minutes long. You use 35 seconds of the video, so you exceeded 5 seconds over the time limit, and now the entire rest of the 30-minute video revenue goes to the copyright holder. Fantastic design, I know. So anyway, be aware of that. Now, if you don't own any subscription and you go to view content, capture it here, that's automatically piracy, supposedly, as far as I understand it. So piracy isn't just sharing, it's actually viewing it as well, that is covered by this. But anyway, let's now continue. So Now I am searching not for the specific site. I'm searching for a term that will allow you to find different sites such as this one. This one that I typed right here doesn't work any longer. But for instance, Reddit will hold other options that basically still exist. So if we scroll down in here, you can see we have a list of sites that we can go to. I don't know if any of them work, but if they don't, you can find a 4-letter website, .net, on one of those pages. And in there, you'll find an entire list of sites like these, along with that backup domains. There's dozens of them, so you can pick whichever one works best for you. And because you would be viewing this through the browser, number one, you're not really downloading anything onto your device. And number two, because it's the browser that is being used for this, browser doesn't block screenshots nor screen recordings, so you would be able to capture it in here without a problem. Now, for people that might be a little bit woozy on the legality of this, and you just don't want to take chances, you could potentially also use Streamio, like I mentioned before. And instead of downloading the Torrentio plugin, what you could do is just sign into this application with your official Netflix account and use that application instead. It allows you to essentially sign into all these streaming platforms at once through that single application and use just this one application to view content from every other application at once. Or maybe not at once, but basically have accessible content from every other application in just this one. And that application also allows to screenshot and screen record it. So anyway, that's about it. So I hope you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.